Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final day of the Queensland District Sides Championships. Today we're coming to you from Club Maroochy on the Sunshine Coast. This event is brought to you by Queensland Government, Sunshine Coast Council and Suzuki, Queensland and Northern Rivers, New South Wales. Today's match we have the 4 top sides from the men and the 4 top sides from the women after the 9 round robin matches at the various clubs. And our TV match this morning is between Moreton Bay and Brisbane District. We join them here just as they're about to commence N number 5. We're a little late getting to you this morning. Some set-up restrictions this morning, and we had torrential rain again, coming in at several occasions with heavy showers. But we're here now, and we'll be here throughout the day. Here comes some more showers. As we speak, yes. So this match is between Moreton Bay and Brisbane, as I said. Moreton Bay team of Derek Bone leading up here. Chris Perkins, Rob Dickson and Trent Healey. And the Brisbane team of Mitch, Doyle, Michael Smart, Steve Hayden and Stuart McCosh. Mitch Doyle just coming down there with a nice starter. It is teaming here, folks. For those of you that were with us yesterday when we were at Mooloolaba, that was running about 18 seconds. We'll be running about 11 at the moment here. So it's going to be a real raking game. This is Michael Smart. I beg your pardon, Mitch Doyle. 4 good lead bowls. So on the back green behind the clubhouse, we have in the men's division we have Gold Coast Tweed District playing the Sunshine Coast in the other rounds. And the Division 1 women who are here today also at Club Maroochy. We have Gold Coast Tweed playing Moreton Bay this morning and Sunshine Coast playing Cunningham District. An interesting head already. Just having a look at the early ends here, there's been a lot of short bowls, so both skips are having to navigate passages through those short bowls or promote their own bowls. Chris Perkins there, nice jack high bowl. Now Michael Smart just trying to get round his own green or promote that one. Just a little heavy, but anything behind is going to be good today, as there'll be a few reaching and raking shots today played by the skips on these conditions. It is teaming here now. You can see it coming off Trent Healey's hat. Now Steve Hayden from Red Hill. See Peter Campbell next door going for a jog down the rink. Rob Dickson, very good bowl. That'll be shot. They're currently 1 to Moreton Bay. Steve Hayden just trying to promote that green, which he has done very well. And they now have the shot. Good bowl, Steve Hayden. So Trent Healey, 1 down. He's bucketing now. Good morning, Pete Leon Jr. And g'day, Chucky Vogler. It is dolphin weather. It is a real leveller, these conditions, and it does certainly bring all the clubs in. Gold Coast, you would think, are the favourites, having won the last 10 occasions, but on these slower greens, it really is a leveller. So any of these 4 teams in the men's division can win, and likewise in the women's. Now Stuart McCosh holding 1. Just trying to push that dark purple out, sit for 2. It's going to be very close. And he's hit the wrong bowl and gone 1 down, unfortunately. 1 shot to Moreton Bay. No, it's that'll be 4-2 to Moreton Bay now. Yep. After 5 ends. No flat tyres this morning, Michael. Got an empty seat here if you want to come in. It is teeming. It is absolutely bucketing now. It's a very good bowl in the conditions from Derek Bone. Mitch Doyle out of the Windsor Club in Brisbane. Good starter. We've got blue sky to the southeast and we've got showers, very heavy showers right above us. We've got pouring rain and we've got shadows under the bowls. We've got Hollywood here from Bowls Queensland today, so we might be able to get some round the grounds reports a little later. I can't tell you the score in the ladies. Gold Coast Tweed are playing Moreton Bay on this green in the women's. Great bowl there from Chris Perkins. Yeah, agree, Brad. Trent's hat today will certainly benefit him. Good ball from Michael Smart. I can tell you folks, in about 5 or 10 minutes we're going to be bathed in sunshine. Lovely line, but very easy to do. Leave that short. Rob Dickson around the back. We're going to see a lot of ricochets and playing through bowls and Taranaki draws today, I think, in these conditions. Unfortunately, we've had very heavy showers throughout this event at night and some during the day, but I suggest we've had up near 40 to 50 mils over the last 4 days here at Maroochy door. Steve Hayden. So 1 to Brisbane at the moment. Brisbane with the yellow stickers and Moreton Bay with the orange. This is closer from Steve Hayden. Very good bowl here. Great bowl. So 2 shots currently for Brisbane. Trying to make contact with that outside, just missing. It's a bit of a tough task here for Trent Healey. There is an option to run really full speed ahead onto that red and then cannon that through the 2-shot bowls. Yeah, Stuart McCosh. Just needs to run. Now will Trent go a bit more direct? sure if he's got the speed. That was the purple, I think, of Rob Dickson, so it was his own bowl, but I think he's still one down. There come the magic fingers. 2 shots to Brisbane. That levels it up at 4-all after 6 ends. Yeah, Chucky Vogler, I can tell you that in the men's, Far North, or Tropical Far North Queensland are in Division 3. They had a great start on day 1, but they a bit of a checkered finish with some tough games over the last 2 days, and they are in Division 3 this morning. And they are playing at Kawana. Sorry, not Kawana. At Mooloolaba. They're in a group with Downs, Mackay and North Queensland in Division 3. All clubs ranked 1 through to 10 at each venue. So 1 and 2 from each venue are here playing in Division 1. 3 and 4 at each venue are playing at Coolum, battling for 5th through to 8th. Division 3 battling for 9th through to 12th. Division 4 are playing at Nambour for positions 13 through 16, and Division 5 at Kawana battling for positions 17 to 20. Just recapping in the women's here today, and we will be showing a women's match for our second game today. We have at the moment Gold Coast Tweed playing Moreton Bay and Sunshine Coast playing Cunningham. So the rain has stopped and we're bathed in glorious sunshine again. Yeah, good morning, Noel. Yeah, it's anyone's game today. It's under these conditions, you've got to think all the matches are going to be fairly tight, and it's a real leveller. So Gold Coast Tweed probably the favourites going into the event. Not going to have it all their own way today against 3 other top sides in Brisbane, Moreton Bay and Sunshine Coast. Very easy to leave that short. You've just got to play. Imagine you're playing a metre or 2 through the jack today to make sure you get there. Morning, Mary from Ireland. Chris Perkins, nice bowl. Very close between the 2 lead bowls of the red one of Derek Bones from Moreton Bay and the purple and white one of Mitch Doyle's from Brisbane. That decides that. Michael Smart coming in with a great bowl. 2 to Brisbane now. Yeah, Jackie, we're just a bit short-staffed here this morning, but we'll endeavour to get someone out to give us some updates throughout the morning on how Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast are faring. This looks to be a good line. Rob Dickson's going to change the head here. Back to 1. Trenton takes his big hat off. G'day Brian in Ireland. Around midnight over there, I would hazard a guess. False start from Steve Hayden. Very good bowl, just probably a few inches short of counting. So as you can see, we've just updated on the left of screen the other rings. Helen Howard 7-6 up against Chris Hepburn. Brendan Wilson playing Greg Rolls, that'll be a beauty, 3-4. And Corey Fuller playing Jim Wise. Just one shot in each of those games. So currently 1-2 Brisbane, sorry, Moreton Bay. Trying to get round the back there, Rob Dickson. Rob from Solander Lakes up on lovely Bribey Island. Well, we certainly are on the Sunshine Coast. We're bathed in beautiful sunshine now. Stuart McCosh. Good bowl. Makes it a little more difficult. There's a good bowl on here for Trent Healey. If he can just drag that kitty back a few inches, they could be holding 4 shots. Very fine effort. Oh, just died at the last minute, but that's the counter. That is number 1, so holding 2 at least, Moreton Bay. wide there from Stuart McCosh.
Do you understand that?
Close again here. Just going to die on its run. Fine effort. So at least 2 to the Moreton Bay Bugs. G'day, Mary. I was wondering where you were. Good morning. Hope things are nice over there. 3 shots to Moreton Bay. We're getting a bit of spam on our Facebook sites, both on either the Gold Coast Tweed or the Bowls Queensland site, so do not click on those. Just be aware that that's not being put on there by the Gold Coast Tweed media team or Bowls Queensland. So anything with a link, just ignore, please. Okay, as we get underway here for our next end, just some updates around the grounds. In the other men's match, Gold Coast 23 leads Sunshine Coast 13. In the women's matches, Gold Coast 21 lead Moreton Bay 17. And Cunningham 23 lead Sunshine Coast 14. Gold Coast 23, Sunshine Coast 13 in the men. 23. Great starter from Mitch Doyle, right on top of the jack immediately. So anything behind here or trying to interrupt the shot bowl is going to be good from... Very good. Now Michael Smart from the New Farm Bowls Club near Brisbane, near the CBD. Lovely weight. Yep, just where the skipper asked him to put it. Good line here. Rob finishing a great home. Yeah, lovely bowl from Steve Hayden. Now, will we see some contact here? He's going a little more direct. Just lacking for weight, however. Trent needs it to get out of the way. So just an explanation of today's proceedings. There is not a semi-final and final system. Each of the 4 teams play one another once, and whoever is on top of the table in that little mini round robin will be the winner. Yeah, that's finished in a pretty good spot. Just 1-2 Brisbane at this stage. Mitch Doyle's lead bowl right on it. Good effort here from Trent, just a fraction wide. Oh, great effort. Great effort. And I can tell you folks that we are currently bathed in beautiful sunshine, but give it 5 minutes and you'll think you're in a different place. Okay, Stuart coming right round the back. Okay. Bit of a lottery here. Who will get shot if Trent does manage to run into it? His ideal shot is just a tiny touch on it to move it back to the 2 Moreton Bay bowls. Just underdid his grass line. So, little window here for Stuart to draw a second. Does not want to move it, however. So 1 at the moment, and the measure comes out. Very close. One shot. One shot to Brisbane. Okay, Mitch Doyle. Solid start. Derek Bone here with a good starter. Robbie. Okay, Derek trying to draw a second. So this is going to be an interesting end now. We've got some traffic up front. Some more short traffic to get through now. Still room to get around those reds on this line, around this hand. Very good effort. See the players struggling to get it back to the jack, and we're only playing a 2/3 length end. Steve Hayden, he's really given that some. Is it here? No, it's not. So, Moreton Bay holding one here. The red bowl, I think, of Derek Bone is just the shot. It's a good bowl from Rob. One, perhaps two down. Very good bowl. Now, very hard now for Brisbane to get in there. Stuart calling Steve to use that green and come in with a bit of speed and ricochet that shot bowl out. He's not far from the mark. He's just going to find the hole, however. Another good bowl. That will be shot there. So Moreton Bay with a couple at least. Okay, Stuart, McCosh, bit of work to do here. Fine effort, just wanted to contact something and went through the holes as they do. Okay, Rob's calling Trent to come round on the forehand and go through that port there at left of screen. So they are quite protected there. Don't want to put another bowl in that way on the backhand side that Stuart just came down. He's trying to get here. It's a very good effort. Unlucky, but that may well be another counter. I'd suggest it's 3 now to Moreton Bay. Now we've got the sun out again, having 4 seasons in 1 hour here at Maroochy Door. So all he's really got on is the same as his last bowl, I think. Well, no, he's going to try the forehand and rest on Trent Healey's last bowl and flop in. Very fine effort. May well have cut one out. Great bowl, Stuart McCosh. Very hard to tell who's got shot there. We've got one on every point of the compass here. Well, it suggests that those jack high bowls are in. I'd suggest that Stuart McCosh may have grabbed shot there with that bowl. Trent's looking for it. Just a tad wide. A great bowl there from Stuart McCosh. Yes. One shot to Brisbane. Very good bowl. And a good call from Steve Hayden. Good morning, Jenny Clinton over in Dublin. Are you at home or are you watching it on the live stream at Temple Bar somewhere? Pretty good starter from Mitch. So that was a crunch bowl there from Stuart McCosh. Brisbane now lead Moreton Bay 36-31. The other 3 matches very close. Greg Rolls just on top of Brendan Wilson. Chris Hepburn just on top of Alan Howard. Jim Wise just on top of Corey Fuller. It's a better line. Good bowl, Derek Bone. Okay, it's moved again. I'm not sure if that bowl stayed on or not.
Are you live streaming? Yep. Cool.
Yeah, Jenny, looks like you're at Temple Bar by that shot. Yeah, good shot there, Robbie. Thank you. So, Michael's, the Brisbane bowls did stay on the green. Here comes his next one. That's another great bowl. Advantage Brisbane once again. Chris Perkins trying to get another few metres out of that, but no, probably good 2 metres short. Now Steve Hayden straight through that same avenue that Michael just bowled through. That's 2 shots at least. Now Rob Dickson over on the backhand. Got the job done. We're going to see a bit of that today in these conditions. Very wet greens. So advantage Moreton Bay. Good effort from Steve Hayden. It's a metre short. Okay, Moreton Bay holding 1. Stuart McCosh just trying to find that same avenue. Very close here. Oh, it's very unlucky. Still 1 to Moreton Bay. Great bowl from Stuart McCosh, however. Yeah, Rob's calling Trent just to get one round the back, try and split those two green ones of Brisbane's. Very hard to get to, however. There is a shot, a drive through on the forehand for Stuart's next bowl. Just while they're talking about this, just some updates. In the other men's match, Gold Coast 35 leads Sunshine Coast 24. And in the ladies, Cunningham District 38 lead Sunshine Coast 26. And Gold Coast Tweed 29 lead Moreton Bay 21. Trent playing down the forehand, quite an aggressive bowl. Does appear that that dark bowl of Rob Dickson's is shot. So Stuart can still play aggressively here. Sticking to his backhand. Looking for the same avenue through. Just a little wide. Just a reminder, folks, if you see these links coming up on the Facebook stream chat, just ignore them. It is spam, and it's nothing that we or Bowls Queensland have put on the site. Just not going to get there. One to Moreton Bay. One to Moreton Bay, Robbie, yep. Okay, about a 2/3 length at a fairway back. This looks to be good from Derek. I think the boys are going to get wet again shortly. Great bowl from Mitch Doyle from Windsor Bowls Club. Morning, Dave. Down on the Gold Coast. It's a good bowl from Michael. Yeah, Chris Perkins from the Bribey Island Bowls Club. Very good weight, just a tad wide. A very flamboyant follow through from Michael Smart. And Steve Hayden just looks to be close to the mark. Yep, very good weighted bowl. That will be shot. Much needed from Brisbane. Now this is where some people's eyes light up when they see the kitty going back to the ditch. Especially on these heavy greens. Just missed his line. Maybe could have been a little heavier. It is starting to pour again now. Another good line here from Steve. Brilliant bowl here. Brilliant bowl. That will be 3 now to Brisbane. Got the purple and the green there to the right of screen. Full team effort there. One shot in the head, or in the count at the moment. And here we have a beautiful picture of the lovely conditions we've have this morning here at Maroochy Door. Now Trent will not be short. He's got the shot bowl and he's going to kill the end. That is out of bounds. Good shot, Trent and Healey. So Stuart McCosh telling them to send the bowls back down the other end. He wants to play the same direction, which is not a bad. I mean, that is quite entitled to do that. And having just held 3 shots there, he would have been crazy not to. Okay, we've got quite a crowd here at the club, but none of them have ventured too far from the clubhouse. We've got the deck here overlooking this green, and that is quite full. And I know there's a lot of people out the other side watching the local team, Sunshine Coast, both the women and the men's team out on the other green. Great starter, Derek Bone. Another good bowl. Sun's out again here. It's a good bowl from Chris Perkins. Watching it intently is Michael Smart. Great line. Is he here? Yes, he is. Great bowl. That'll be shot. Advantage Moreton Bay. Probably 2. He's on a good line. Just a bit heavy. A lovely shot, Steve Hayden. These 2/3 are having a very good battle. Just wants to narrow it up a fraction. He's done that. He's just taken a foot or so of weight off. Swinging in nicely here. Oh, just wanted it to move a little bit more than that, but a fine bowl. Stuart. Oh, straight through the hole. Very close for shot here. We're going to see some tight heads all day with the greens being on the slow side. Good weight again. Is he giving it enough? Oh, he's in the head somewhere. This is going to be interesting. Two to Moreton Bay. Levels it up at, oh no, kicks them clear by 4. Trent Healey over Stuart McCosh. And reduces the margin on the big board. Brisbane have done quite well to make it here. They lost 2 games on their first day of competition, losing to Port Curtis and then Bundaberg. But they then went on, they only dropped 1 more game of their next 6 to finish second on the ladder and get through against Gateway on a score differential. Moreton Bay, of course, topping their group. They played this section, played at Coolum. Moreton Bay topping their group 9 out of 9. And in the round robin, there was only one shot separating these teams. Moreton Bay 50 defeated Brisbane 49, so it's no wonder we've got another close game this morning. The only teams that played one another on that day was Brendan Wilson played Greg Rolls, and Greg Rolls got the better of Brendan's team, 20-13. Yep, great bowl, Michael Smart. Another good bowl here from Michael. Yeah, be 2 to him, I think. Wow, great bowl there from Rob Dickson. The key moment of the match. Welcome the great Michael Keegan to the microphone. Morning, Michael.
Yes, good morning, everybody. It's been a pretty adventurous morning this morning. It's we in Melbourne. Where are we at? Because the weather's been going from pouring rain, jackets on, jackets off. Yeah.
Absolutely, we've had like 4 seasons in an hour a little while ago.
Well, it absolutely teamed last night. So the guys have actually been playing really well considering their conditions. I actually thought we'd be called to go and play on the indoor. We had that much rain last night.
Yeah.
So hats off to the greenkeepers and grounds people at Maroochy, Club Maroochy. They've done a great job to be able to facilitate the district sides here today.
They certainly have. I mean, when I left this club last evening, there were puddles on the surface, and I know there've been puddles on it for a lot of the week. So the greenkeepers have done a marvellous job.
You would have went home early, no doubt, after a good feed of Chinese.
Of course.
Just like the rest of us.
Bit of team bonding with the media team.
That's it. Yes.
So you've joined in at a very interesting stage. There's only 4 in it.
Yes, I've been watching it from outside the TV box, out in the nice fresh air. But the guys are playing some great shots, and Alan Howard has been keeping his team in the game over there. He's played some absolute howlers, which we don't get to see on the live coverage. But Alan, as always, is a man to keep a good eye on, because he will pull out a shot when you're holding 4, and he came through and little trail for 1. So
yes. Yeah, Brendan Wilson and Greg Rolls are having a ding-dong battle.
Oh, yeah, look, that's been a great game. They've had some real good heads there, and because it is a little bit slower, obviously the jack's moving all the time, so...
Yes, that's been happening on this rink too. They've you don't want to be short, but it's very easy to be short, and then the jack's been pinging around, and it's just a matter of who's got the most bowls in the head that tends to win the end.
Yeah, well, it's the same on both greens. Out the back's the same. It's not running that quick out there, but they're playing the same sort of game. And been watching the Gold Coast play Moreton Bugs this morning, so that's been a good game. 37-30. The GC's up.
Stuart McCosh riding this one.
Oh, he's got that in.
How far did it go, though? It might have gone to Steve Hayden's blue and white bowl.
It's close.
Yeah.
Just depends on how far in front of that bowl it is.
But that shot is just an illustration of what it's like today on this holding green.
I think I'm backing the back bowl.
Yep, Steve Hayden from Brisbane. Bit of a level of these conditions too, so Gold Coast probably go in as the favourites in both the men's and women's, but on this surface with having had so much rain, really brings these other teams right into contention.
Yes, well the GC men had a loss yesterday, which was a little bit unexpected.
Cunningham, I believe. And they will have to play them today. Well, no, they won't. They won't have to play them today. They just missed them. The Gold Coast men, of course, playing Sunshine Coast now, and then they'll have to play Brisbane next, and then Moreton Bay in the final match. Trent Healey just a little shaking his head. What could have been?
Yeah, any movement of that jack will go in favour of Stuart. Very hard to dead draw it. It's not going to get back from there.
No, did the damage with the first. One shot to Brisbane. So 10-7 now to Trent Healey. 6 ends to go. Shouldn't be a problem with time limit today.
No, not like yesterday. They should certainly get through all their ends.
And you would have been watching some of the women's match there. How are they going? Because they've gone from 18 seconds yesterday, the Gold Coast team, to like a 10 or 11 second green today.
Well, a couple of girls have actually gone and changed bowls.
Okay.
So they've, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but they have adjusted. There's a lot of through the heads.
Yes.
But some of the girls are struggling with the difference in pace. They've got to change their whole delivery. It's going to come down to the wire, that game. There's only 5 in it.
Yes. Great starter there. Mitch Doyle bowled very well this morning.
Skip is giving that a big clap. In these conditions, what's your thoughts on the arm?
I think it's the definite advantage because just the gripping of it, and I think just follow through and get it down the line. I think it is an advantage.
Yeah, in talking to some of the arm bowlers, they said that in the wet, it seems to be an advantage because they're not actually having to. They don't have that slippage in their fingers.
No,
a bit like a grip on a golf club.
Yes,
you know, some people have got to have the webbing all dry, and cause as soon as you squeeze your hand, the water comes out.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of different players play in the rain with different methods. A lot of the players are believers of wet hand on a wet bowl does the trick.
Yes.
Others like to have everything dry.
Well, I know when Julie played for Australia, they had a system where they had a bowl in a ice bucket. You had to put your hand in, pick the ice cold bowl up, and deliver it.
Right.
And that was their training for the wet. So
Wow.
Julie might carry a rag, but she never actually dries it.
Yeah.
It's just a big, like Linus.
Yes.
She carries the rag for no real reason. But yeah, so it's she's been taught to play with a wet bowl.
Yep. Another good bowl here.
Yeah, it's just going to hang.
Yep.
Any little weight, they're just not going to give.
Spot. So advantage Brisbane. They will have 3 there now. Chris Perkins just promoting his leads. Derek's red bowl. So 1 shot to Brisbane.
He's got the right weight. It's on the right track. Just going to blow a bit of smoke there. It's not too bad though. It's on the run in.
Yes, it gives the shot bowl some protection there. They're trying to go through the other red. No, playing around that last bowl of Steve Hayden's.
It's a tough draw.
Yeah.
He's got pretty good weight. And
now we've got a wall in front of it.
now it's got a very difficult. There's a couple of posts in the fence there.
As the sun comes out once more.
Oh, it's just crazy. It's crazy out there. Like I said, it's Melbourne weather.
It is. Okay, Trent calling Rob up to the head here.
Yeah, there's a couple of shots on here that they need to change the head a little bit so they can actually get to it. Otherwise,
Yes.
Trent's going to be buried in a wall. That's the shot. Trent's indicating to play up there on his forehand, change the head around. I don't think he'd be that concerned on how much weight he uses because they've got a couple of bowls at the back. So
Yep.
just come up, clean it out a little bit, give him a good look.
Yep, just move some of those front bowls. So we've got some round the grounds here.
I can't even read that piece of paper without my glasses, so that's all yours.
So this is what we're waiting for Rob to play this bowl. In the other match in the men's, Gold Coast 49 leads Sunshine Coast 35.
Here we go. We'll just hold the update until he plays his bowl because this could be very important in the match.
Hasn't played
He
excessive weight.
No, hasn't played the weight that I would have thought he would have played. He's trying to draw it, which really leaves Trent in a bit of a hole there.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Update.
There's only one down. Yeah, so in the ladies Division 1, we currently have Gold Coast 38 leading Moreton Bay 32 and Cunningham District 48 leading Sunshine Coast 36.
Whoa.
So good work there from Cunningham District playing our hosts 12 shots up with approximately 6 ends to go on each rink.
like Stuart's going for cover out here. Probably, yeah, he's just a bit short on getting to the area he was looking for. He wanted to get...
Yes, that was like no man's land out there. It hasn't been walked on a lot, and I thought that was going to go way past. When
Yeah, it looked good halfway up. It looked like it had the right pace, but yeah, it's just no one's been out there, so there's still a lot of water sitting in that area of the green.
So will Trent open it up?
He nearly has to. He could even play sit and stay here, but like you said, he's only one down. But
it's getting to they're 3 behind on the big board.
He's going to be short. I think it's going to run out of puff, is it? Or is he going to get past? Come on.
He's drawn it.
Look at this. Look at this.
Drawn the shot. We might see some Trent Healey high-fiving here.
No, I think I don't know whether he's got it.
Very close.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those ends. They're not helping us at all. No one's put their finger up.
Nobody knows. Well, Rob's calling it still the purple and white as shot. And he rarely gets them wrong.
Well, Stuart's still going for cover. So you would have to say he's holding.
Yeah. He's given that a rip.
He certainly has. He's going to get onto his own here.
Finishing amongst his opponent's bowls, so that's not a bad spot.
So Trent's looking at that shot we were calling earlier.
Yeah.
Come down there on his forehand. Get onto the maroon bowl, pump that through.
Take the shot bowl out and sit for 4.
Gee.
Looks easy from here.
Ah, look. Everyone loves when a plan comes together. Let's see what happens. And this is the sort of move that Morton need to actually get this score back to on equal standings.
He likes it.
He's a bit wide, I think. He's wide.
Unlucky. Looked good when he let it go, but didn't turn at all on this slow green. 1 to Brisbane.
Have they been playing the same length most of the game?
Yes, they have. They haven't gone anywhere near full length, and they haven't gone short. It's just been like 2/3 social bowls type length.
Yeah, well, a green like this today, short's not really a great advantage.
No.
Because your third and your skips should be able to hit ahead. So
yeah.
And the ladies, it looks like Serena's still carrying the Gold Coast. There, Serena. She's up. (20-6).
Wow.
The next rink is down 10-16. Julie is behind by 2.
Okay.
So
Serena is
the Bugs are holding 2 rinks to 1 and are currently 6 behind.
6 behind, yeah. Well, still
only need 1 good rink.
You do. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. I was not happy with that. He's drawn to his opposition bowl. Got a bit of luck.
Needs to hurry.
Oh, it's looking pretty good.
Yep, told you. I did get one right yesterday, though, Michael. I did tip Downs to beat the Bugs in their late game yesterday, which they did, but unfortunately for Bundaberg, they couldn't get the job done against Central Queensland and did not progress here.
Yes, well, you would have thought after that game that we commentated on with Bundaberg that they would have won that next game.
Absolutely.
Something's crashed.
Yep. Great bowl there from Michael Smart. Now we got Chris Perkins from the Bribie Island Bowls Club.
Yes, he's just going to cut underneath. Good home, though.
Yes. All players have played their part today. They've all had shots counted at some stage or another.
Gee, that's a nice looking motorhome in the background.
I wonder whose that is. And it's not mine, folks.
Just thought I'd mention
It
we've
is
got
lovely.
it on camera.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good out there in the rain.
Does look lovely. Looks comfortable inside, Michael?
Yes, very nice. Pitter patter of the rain on the roof last night.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Did you just park it in the street and sleep there, or did you?
I actually parked it up next to Robbie.
Did you?
Yeah. I saw where he was parked and I just slotted right in next to him. I was already up, Robbie. Yeah. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock this morning, Robbie got up and was doing his thing. I'd already was 1 cup of tea in.
Julie, of course, sleeping with in the beautiful accommodation we've got here at Maroochy Door with her teammates.
She was just up above there somewhere, which it was good to have the nice queen bed to myself.
It is luxurious. Hey.
Okay, well, this head's not quite as dramatic as the last end.
No, we've got some traffic in the way again, however. Advantage Brisbane. 48-47 now. It's going to come right down to the wire. Not a whole lot of time left in the match either.
I can't read it. Yeah, the boys are really tightening up here. They're starting to put a lot more short bowls down. The skips are all saying, add the meter on, make sure you're there.
Yeah. Good morning, Hugo Freeland. Yep, very tight game. No hedges here, so no protection from the wind and no one falling into any hedges overnight.
On the way
Thanks
home.
for your thoughts, Hugo.
It's been many a bowler found in a bowls club hedge, hasn't there?
Hugo knows all about that.
Yes, he does.
Brendan Wilson just kicked ahead there of Greg Rolls, and that's why Brisbane have now got back within one shot.
I'll let you call this shot.
Steve, get out of the way.
Steve looked to the sky. Yes, it's me.
He's been a great bowler for a long time in the Brisbane area, Red Hill and wherever he's played Premier League.
Yeah, Trent's not going to be short on this one. It's not going to get back for him. You can see the disappointment on their faces when they've let the bowl go. They know they've got a good line.
Yeah.
And then they go, it's wet.
Yeah.
Not coming back.
Coming back.
It's just so mechanical. It's muscle memory.
Yes.
To put a bowl down on a certain line, and because you play 90% of the time in good weather here in Queensland. but not of late. But generally you're in good weather, so the muscle memory says throw it out there, it'll come back.
Let's see if he's learnt from it.
As the rain decides to come down even more.
Closer to something here.
It's just going to go under. Yep.
One more to Brisbane. So all square. The Bugs 48, Brisbane 48.
You would actually think in these conditions that there'd be multiples, but these guys are just sitting there, one each end.
Yes.
So it's really going to come down to the wire. What have we got? How many ends left?
Well, we've got
14 ends.
Yeah, but I don't know if we're going to get them in.
12 ends.
I reckon there's only about 7 minutes left to go. Although the green is slow, they have walked up to the head a fair bit.
And that's understandable because realistically, you got a wall of bowls in front of you. Jack's moved. You've got to go up and have a look, see whether you're going to be able to draw around it or...
We've had one or two killed ends.
Well, currently the Gold Coast and Moreton Bay are 42.39. Two very good lead bowls there. Things are starting to tighten up at 48 all. Every bowl is very important, and that's on all four rinks. So it's really going to come down to the wire on who's going to hold tight and not get overwhelmed. This one's a little bit undercooked. Skip's wouldn't be happy with that one. Oh, that's a great bowl. That's a great bowl. Just shows you how important the second bowl of the leads is. We've got one up the green, which is realistically just going to be in the road for a draw. The other leads come up nicely and landed the bowl and got it out of the head, so that was a good call by the skip. And well executed.
So just some updates. The other men's match, Gold Coast 62 leading Sunshine Coast 40. So a big 22-shot margin there. And the ladies, Gold Coast 42 leading the Moreton Bay Bugs 39.
Oh dear.
And Cheltenham ladies 53 leading Sunshine Coast 39. So... Sorry, Cheltenham. Cunningham.
Cunningham.
I've got the races going to Cheltenham Racecourse.
I was going to say, is that number 6 at Cheltenham or number 4?
So Cunningham are going to get home against Sunshine Coast. Sunshine Coast men have been beaten definitely by Gold Coast, but the Gold Coast women have got a fight in their hand against the Bugs. Yeah,
well, I just had a quick look. Jane Bush is up over Julie by 7 shots. The next rink over is 11-16, so that's goes to the Moreton Bay.
Yep.
So the end rink must be still chalking up good numbers. So
Serena's
rink. So it's all up to Serena now to keep it rocking and rolling. The other ones have to consolidate. Obviously, I'm very biased.
Okay, back here, 48 all. Only into the last 5 minutes now. Oh, good effort. The two good lead bowls there from Derek Bone in great spots.
Yeah, well, he landed. He come up and landed their shot bowl out. So
Serena leading 21-6, so that's a big.
yeah.
You would hope your teammates can get you through there.
Yeah, so the rest have to hang on. It's 2 close games. The other 2 are foregone conclusions, but this game we're watching and the Gold Coast and Moreton Bay in the ladies, it's anybody's business.
Yes. Oh, fine effort there. Now Steve, Brisbane holding at least one. Beg your pardon, Moreton Bay holding at least one.
This is going to change things.
Oh, nearly. I think Derek's red bowl's still hanging on there.
Yeah, it's hanging on for shot, but there's shots on either hand now. For
in the round robin, they played at Coolum, these 2 clubs. There was only 1 shot separating them. Moreton Bay getting up by a shot. Yeah.
Okay, so obviously not all playing against the same rinks.
No, only Greg Rolls and Brendan Wilson, and Brendan looks like he's turned the tide there.
Yeah, I keep watching for that score because I think that's a crucial match. I think Alan Howard will hold his own. I know he's behind, but I think he'll hold his own against Chris from what I'd seen out there. But I think the Brendan Wilson, Greg Rolls could have a large impact on this game.
Yes. There's a lot of talking going on now across the green. As you often see in Premier League when it gets very tight towards the end of the match, there's a lot of talking going on and looking at other rinks to determine what shot you want to play. Is it worth taking the risk, or do I just play a conservative bowl? That's now another reason why they're not going to complete their 18.
Yeah, well, if the team that is dominating, that's the team that should finish last.
Yes.
So it's and allow the teams that maybe are falling behind to get off the green. Obviously, they're not quite handling it as well as
No.
one of their other counterparts.
But then your opponent wants to do the opposite.
Of course they do. Just looking. Everyone's on at 16, 17 ends by the looks of it. 16, 17. Yep.
Okay, I don't know. I think he's missed his line there by quite a way. He did not mean to put it out there.
Well, I was thinking that for some reason he was going for cover because he's out on the track where no one's been. So
Yeah.
we've seen from past bowls, you need to add about an extra 2-3 metres of weight
Yeah.
once you go out there trying to get to cover.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's what he was trying to do. It just got stuck in that slow avenue on the wide part of the rink.
There goes the bell.
Yep.
This is it. Hold on your hats, boys and girls. The merry-go-round hasn't finished.
Brisbane in front, 51-49, and holding shot here. Sorry, Moreton Bay holding shot here, so some big bowls coming up. There's measure going on the adjacent rink.
Oh, this is close. Look at this. He's popped it out.
Oh,
And
wow, what a bowl.
that is a great bowl.
That's a great bowl. So that'll be 1, 2.
His team didn't go up.
No, but Brisbane's definitely holding that shot. That's Steve Hayden's bowl, the blue and white one. That's definitely beating the red.
It was a very good shot.
Yep.
Whether he got shot or he doesn't get shot, the team should congratulate Skip on a great shot. Give him a little bit more purpose next time around. Four shots in it between the Gold Coast and Moreton Bay.
Big
Okay, Trent's on the mat. In the scheme of things, these last couple of bowls are going to be very important when there's only 2 shots in it. He's running at it. It's not going to come back. He's missed wide nearly every time.
There's a lot of yelling and screaming going on. There's Brendan Wilson's just bowled a cracker.
He has.
Moreton Bay needed that. Now we've got Greg Rolls on the mat. We've got Alan Howard bowling. It's all happening here at Maroochy.
Alan's coming into the head there and has sat for shot. 2 down and has sat in there for shot.
Well, that's a massive bowl for Moreton Bay.
Yeah, no. Alan's played a cracker there.
The Bugs.
Okay, what do we got left here?
Definitely holding one with that blue and white bowl.
Okay.
Going for cover.
He's going for cover.
Has he given it enough this time?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think he has. He needed to be all the way back there.
Now, Trent Healey, 1 bowl to come. He's watching what goes on other rinks.
His only option there realistically is to kill it. So he needs to go really quick. Jack onto the back bowl. Kill to the right. We're just seeing whether we can stretch our necks around the corner here to see the other rinks. Alan Howard is still holding shot on his rink. It's all over on Brendan Wilson and Greg Rolls's. Oh no, Brendan Wilson's got a bowl left to go here. Yeah, he's hidden from us.
Trent Healey now going to walk up to the head again and see what happens with Brendan's bowl. He's drawing.
They haven't declared the other head. He needs to be...
That's a good bowl. The Moreton Bay team's happy with it. And
let's see when
being congratulated by quite a few people.
Flip the board. No one's going to do their board. Great. People, when you finish a game and it's close like this,
turn
the
numbers
spectators as well as the commentary team would like to know what the score was on that last end. We don't have sideline Tim to find out.
No, sideshot Bob.
He's missing.
Sideshow Bob.
He's missing. Where is Tim?
I don't know. He's not here.
I thought he was a bit sketchy yesterday. We shouldn't say that. He's a really nice bloke.
So as you can see on the picture, folks, Trent Healey has got 1 bowl to go, and he is not bowling it at the moment. He is waiting to see what Alan Howard does with his.
Yeah, he needs to see what transpires. If Alan draws another one, well, he's got to try and kill the end. Alan just walks down. No expression on his face as always. He's one of the gentlemen of the sport.
Now Trent Healey on the mat, but it's got a bit of personnel, a few personnel in the way. Is he going to drive or draw?
Well, it comes down to the state of play, and at the moment no one's changing boards, so it's a bit hard to find out what's going on.
I think they're still 2 down on the big board, Moreton Bay.
He's. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at
my
this!
goodness. He's got 2 shots out of it.
He puts his hand up, says sorry, but in the back of his head he's going,
You beauty.
You little ripper.
Well, I think that's all
lawn
square.
balls. Well, that's why. Here goes the boards. Brendan Wilson picked up.
Brendan Wilson
2.
picked up quite a few, so
He went to 18, so he picked up 2. We've got 1 bowl left to go at the moment. Chris Hepburn's got a bowl left.
Trent Healey's picked up 2 here.
He's picked up 2, so it brings us back to square. Bring us back to stated position of 2 behind. And we've got 1 bowl to be played on the next rink.
And
Alan is... We should know by the reaction. He's watching it. He's staring the bowl down. Bowls come up. There's no reaction from Morton.
I think Moreton Bay got out of jail here.
Well, Brisbane weren't happy with that bowl that's just come in.
No. They are showing over here on the big board 57 Moreton Bay, 52 Brisbane. So we're just trying to find out what happened on those last couple of rinks. So just confirming Moreton Bay have won.
And by the looks of it, they've won by about 5 shots.
So that was a big last end across the green there for each rink.
Yeah, that's. I said earlier in the I said that Brendan Wilson and Greg Rolls would play an important part.
Yes.
And certainly that's the case. Picking up 2 on the last. And Alan Howard had to hold his own, but he actually brought the score back. So
yeah,
it was really well done.
I think Moreton Bay have won every last end there to go from behind to in front.
That's right. Yeah. So across 4 rinks, they pick up shots and come back and win the game.
Yep.
So the old adage, don't give up, keep whipping the horse, and you might get it across the line, and that's exactly what's happened. Gold Coast and Moreton Bay have had a draw.
A draw.
42 all. That's what the big board's reading.
Is there one end to go up there? I'll just check one moment.
All the players are down off the green, so we've had some pretty close games out here out the front. Serena looks like she carried the Gold Coast through at 21-7. So that's a very big win for that particular rink. Well, we're just waiting for that final score to come back. I'd like to thank Robbie and the Gold Coast commentary team for doing their thing and inviting me along. Thank you very much.
Well, I got you here, Michael.
Yeah.
Well, I got you, Michael. Just put Trent and Healey on here just to talk you through that last bowl. Congratulations, Trent.
Very good. Yes, we were a little concerned what Trent was playing, and he obviously went up there on numerous occasions to work out all the angles, a bit like you do in snooker, and said, if I can just get off that, come across.
No, that was ridiculous. No, don't replay this
off
rubbish.
This, look at this, look at this. And picks up the number like Trent.
No.
Was that the plan?
Definitely not. We were all deliberating, obviously, because it was such a tight game. It was tight, the whole masterboard, but we have been so lucky this week. We've just got out of jail every last game. We've had some tight games, and I can't believe the week Moreton Bay's had.
Yeah, no.
But we're a great team, and we're all playing for each other. And, you know,
Yeah,
obviously...
Oh, look
you
at
get a
this,
little bit
look
of
at
luck
this,
like
look
Oh
at
my
this.
goodness.
Stop replaying it, Robbie.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen it in a game of
Oh,
bowls,
I
and
know.
it won't be the last.
Well, and to be honest, to be fair, played a lot of good bowls and didn't get a result.
Yeah.
So I guess that's bowls, isn't it? It turns around in
a lot
the
of bowls were hanging, weren't they?
Oh,
as
just
soon as you put that extra bit of weight on.
Yeah. But great game and great spirit, and don't you love district sides? And thank you to Club Maroochy and also Coolum and all the clubs on the sunny coast. It's been beautiful again. You know, first couple of days we had perfect weather, and you know, and it's still beautiful here. We're just so lucky, and it's great to catch up with everyone in district sides. So, but yeah, just we play our games. We have a few little beverages when we knock off, but. Yeah, thank you very much and the team for all the coverage you do and all the commentating. And there'll be some great games coming soon. I think our girls had a real tight game too with the Gold Coast there.
Yes, they did.
All draw, yeah.
Yeah,
So
42 all.
But Moreton Bay, mate, our district is having one of the best years we've ever had. So it's good to be part of.
You've picked up a lot of players into that district, haven't you?
Definitely, men and women. Yeah. And like we've got some great players at our club at Pine that a bit unavailable because their bowls calendar's so full. But,
That's right.
But the ladies especially have really gone from strength to strength.
Oh,
So they'll be a powerhouse too, our ladies going forward.
That's
So,
great. That's
yeah.
good. It's good to see. It needs to happen.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'll get back and go have a drink. Poor Stewie. I think I owe him a few drinks.
I think he's still over there trying to...
Oh,
He had a rag. I don't know whether he's wringing it out from his tears or from the rain.
stop playing it. He's on that 15th floor of that balcony up there.
Don't do it, Stuart. All right. Thanks for coming along and commentating with us and giving us an update on that last end. But yeah, it's good to see other districts coming back into the fore. And
Absolutely.
You know, this year Moreton Bay have really lifted. It's generally come down to 3 districts every year, but Moreton Bay have certainly lifted. So
They have. Well,
it's good for bowls. Good for everyone.
the only team in the competition undefeated. They won 9 out of 9 in the round robin. They've won again this morning. They play Sunshine Coast next. I'm not sure out the back or out the front, and then they play Gold Coast in the TV game on the TV rink in Game 3 this afternoon. So
That'll be good to watch.
It's going to be a ripper game.
That'll be great.
So, folks, our next game will be at 11:50, and it'll be the women's second round match of Division 1 finals. Gold Coast playing Cunningham. So, Cunningham just coming off a big win against Sunshine Coast. We'll be playing Gold Coast, who have just had a draw against the Moreton Bay Bugs. So, it's still anyone's game. And
Well, I'm going to sign off. And as the Rotten Burgundy once said, stay classy, lawn bowlers.
thanks for joining us, Michael. Welcome back anytime.
Yes.
Well, folks, that was a great match this morning. We'll see you back here at 11:50. I'd like to thank Michael Keegan and Robbie Allen for doing all the technical work and directing. These State District Sides Championships are brought to you by Queensland Government, Sunshine Coast Council and Suzuki Queensland and Northern Rivers. I would like to thank our host clubs, Club Maroochy, where we are today, Coolum Beach, Club Mooloolaba, Pelican Waters, Club Kawana and Nambour. Bowls Queensland is proudly sponsored and supported by Mullins More Than Law, Queensland Government, BCIB Insurance Brokers, ACET Sport, J. Carroll Club Promotions and Bioscapes Group. Thanks for joining us and we'll see you back here at 11:50.